jolly good. Hello, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Clank Zoka, and welcome to another of my thoughts on. Today, I'll be talking about Phantom Boy, directed by Jean-Luc Pellicioli and Alan Ganoul. You may know them from the other animated film that they both worked on, Cat in Paris, and this is, I believe, his second fully feature movie. John's fully feature movie, I think, second. I'm not too sure, but I did do a Cat in Paris back in January. I got it on DVD, and I quite liked it. I thought it was not a great movie. It feels like a half-term kind of a movie, but the animation's great. It's got good voice acting. It's epic. It's dramatic. It's unique and interesting, to say the least. But it's kind of obnoxiously all over the place. The main character, the main girl, doesn't speak. It didn't make a lot of sense to me, I'll be very, very honest. But it's still a pretty good movie, but just not anything that I would consider a masterpiece or anything like that. But with Phantom Boy, I was interested. I was very, very interested in the idea of it. An idea that a boy who has cancer, whenever he goes to sleep, he turns into a ghost, kind of a thing. That's really fucking cool. Like, this could work as, like, I don't know. There's so much possibilities there. So what's it about? Let's have a look. So this boy, named Leo, is it Leo or is it Theo? It's Leo. I almost got the two mixed up there. But, Leo, he's this young lad who gets cancer, spends his time in the hospital, and much to his dismay, he turns into a ghost. And what does he do? All sorts, like literally all sorts of things. He would fly about, he would talk to other people, and when the time's up, his form would magically get more invisible, so he has to go back into his body before it's too late. However, with this police officer named Alex, voiced by Jared Padalecki, who goes into hospital after coming face to face with the big crime lord of New York City, just known as The Face, voiced by Vincent D'Onofrio, hopefully I'm pronouncing his last name there. He plans to upload a virus over NYC with these two goons, one voiced by Fred Armisen, and then the other one who is voiced by Joey Cameron. And so he needs help, and so he calls upon Leo to help him find out what he's up to, along with Mary, this detective, this reporter voiced by Melissa Disney. And this movie is an hour and 24 minutes. It's not even that long at all. Unfortunately, comparing this to a Cat in Paris, it's not as good as that. I'm very, very sorry to say. Don't get me wrong, this movie is not bad. It is not a bad movie at all. But I wish it had more to unleash than it already did. And the biggest problem from this movie that I can find is that it feels very similar to A Cat in Paris. Coming down to the point that even the main villain's a crime lord, just like the fat bloke from the movie. And, you know, it involves a kid in there too, and a police crime guy as well. I don't know if John has a thing for crime detective stuff, which is cool, but this movie feels very, very similar, and unfortunately, unlike A Cat in Paris, this film honestly feels more predictably forced and then unique or interesting to see where it all goes, you know. But to this film's credit, it's still interesting, you know. You kind of want to see where it's going to go, but even with that, it's still predictable and still generic as well. Even the tone I can't quite put my finger on. Similar to A Cat in Paris, it has a very playful, serious, silly tone. And this film has humour, which I did laugh once when it came to a strip club, which this is a PG, which I guess it was all right to get away with, but do kids know about them? Parents might have a lot to talk about, you know. But yeah, I laughed maybe once or twice, but it's mostly just a drama, I suppose, if you can call it that. Dramatically, it's well done. If it wasn't for the whole kid getting cancer thing, I think this film would have been less interesting. But with that, it makes it interesting. And it kind of works. And I thought it was really, really clever and unique. Unfortunately, it's probably one of the only few things in the film that worked. Because everything else just feels like you've seen this before. I won't give too much away, but let's just say the film is exactly how you think it's going to be. And the animation for the film looks just as gorgeous as A Cat in Paris. Because the thing is, with this animation style, it has this, like, you know, art gallery portrait artwork here. With so many, like, big lines and round circles and bigger shapes. Even the main villain's face looks like something from a artistic portrait. It's great. It still looks fantastic, and all the effects and everything, it's still well made and it looks great. There's nothing bad I can say about the animation, quite honestly. The characters are fine. The main kid is just your typical, you know, happy-go-lucky kid. He wants to be a detective like Alex. Even Alex is just a straight man character who just wants to get the job done. But his chief says, you know, doesn't believe him. He just doesn't want him to do it. Yeah, this movie is not exactly as original as you would think. I like the face. I thought the face was a pretty okay villain. Comparing him to the villain from A Cat in Paris, design-wise, he looks more interesting, but even the villain from A Cat in Paris I thought was better. Even his dumb henchmen are just the same from Cat in Paris. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the whole two dumb henchmen trope, but they're fine. Voice acting's pretty good. Fred Armisen, Vincent D'Onofrio, I don't know how you pronounce it, Melissa Disney, and Dana Snyder, also known as Master Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. He's in it too. Everyone else does a great job. Everyone does a pretty nice job with the voice performances. It sounds like they're having fun. They put so much energy and enthusiasm into them, and it does make the characters more and more tolerable. And then as it goes along, Alex the detective is a perfectly fine detective. The family of Leo is just the supporting family. The characters are not quite as interesting as, again, not as interesting as the ones from A Cat in Paris, but they're fine. They are perfectly serviceable. And even with the music being just the same like the last movie from what I remember anyways, still nice to listen to, so I can't complain there. And there you have it, Phantom Boy. Is it as good as A Cat in Paris? No. Is it a bad movie? Not at all. It's a perfectly decent movie. Phantom Boy is not exactly crowd pleasing or an award-winning movie or something, anything like that. But it's a decent, good enough movie that I think anyone will probably have fun with. The animation is still a joy to look at, and it's creative. The face is a pretty menacing looking villain, and he is kind of interesting, to be fair. has a couple of funny moments. It's creative and dramatically it's done well, and it's different from what I've seen a little bit, and I enjoyed it. It was entertaining, even if it was predictably cliched, and just kind of it feels mostly repeated from A Cat in Paris, which doesn't help at all because it does not feel any different. Remove the cat and the guy who was with the... I haven't watched the film since I first watched on DVD, so I can't remember their names. Remove all that, and then you just got a phantom boy and a detective. Decent movie, not good or bad, just in the middle. I'd probably give it a 6.8 out of 10. It is a good movie, don't get me wrong. It is a very serviceable, okay, just good enough movie, but just nothing great. Whew, Phantom Boy. Whew, whew, whew. So, tomorrow I'm going to be talking about a film that came out literally today. It is called... Wait for it. You ready? I don't think you're ready. Sugar. Oh yeah, Vivio. Vivio, that's the new Sony Pictures animated movie. I believe that's the one that's got, what's his name in it? Lin-Manuel, I can't pronounce his name. Lin-Manuel Miranda from obviously Hamilton and all that stuff. So it should be interesting. I am kind of looking forward to watching it. And I'll be talking about Jungle Cruise. We had Jungle Cruise came out last week, and Vivio just came out today, so I'll be talking about that tomorrow. And should be decent. So if you have seen Phantom Boy, what do you think about it? Is it good, bad, decent? Do you want to see it? Let me know below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. And until next time, bye for now.